What's up, guys? Damon Comerio with Comerio Corporation here. I am down in a basement that's not poured yet. As you see behind me, we have our footing forms and our pier forms all set up. I'm just down in here doing a quick inspection, checking some stuff out, looking at the rebar, making sure we have our pier pads where they need to be. So I figured I'd pop in here and kind of give you kind of a rundown of what some of this stuff is, and not many people get to see what this looks like prior to actually install, and so I thought I could point some things out. Let's get into it. All right, check it out. So what you're looking at here, they've actually put the forms in for our footings. So these are, I think, about 16 inches wide, and this is what the foundation wall sits on. And so the foundation wall in this house is an 8-inch thick wall, which is pretty normal for this area. So what we've got here is, you see that we've got the rebar, and this piece here is, we basically call it a chair, and so it's basically holding it up off the ground. And that way when they pour the concrete down in here, it's going to run out underneath these forms. And so if this rebar was not set up high, the rebar would be sitting on the ground, and then the concrete would be on top of it. It would offer zero protection or zero structural integrity inside that concrete footing. And so they have to raise it off the ground to keep the rebar in the center of the actual footing itself. And so it's an important thing. And so that it doesn't move, they actually, if you can see this, it's called just a tie. And so they basically run around with these metal zip ties, and they have a little tool that goes like this and zips them all together, and they do it on every joint to make sure, and we actually inspect those. And here's actually where they ran two pieces together, so they actually tied it together so that that actually stays the way it's supposed to do. This is our pier pads. So if you see here, what they did was, our house is actually engineered like every house is, and so they will tell us how deep we have to have these pier pads and how wide they have to be. And I think these are like 3 foot by 3 foot for this exact one here, and they've got the rebar down in there, so you can see how deep it is. It's probably 1.5 feet deep. That'll be just solid. And so what you'll see on top of that would be just basically our flat working goes on top of that, and then when you actually have your steel post, that's going to sit on top of this pier pad. And so that's what actually carries the weight from the roof all the way down, that we've talked about in other videos, into the actual ground. So that's what the end result is of what that's sitting on. So if you see these little things that are just kind of jetting off by themselves, those are called Dedmon. And so that's basically to support the long run of a wall. And so if I pan back here, check this out, see how long this wall is. We don't want that wall to deflect this way or that way, and so they put that Dedmon there to help offset that long wall. It's very common. You can see we've got one over there. Whoop, I can't point very well. One over there. We've got 1, 2, 3 on that long wall. Let's see, moving around here. This is actually our stoop. So what some people do sometimes, depending on the size of the stoop, is down here in the basement, you can actually cut a door into here or over here, and then you put concrete across the top of it, and then you can have like a built-in storm shelter. We don't do it in these smaller homes just because of the cost, and but in the bigger houses, it's pretty common to do and utilize that space. Check it out behind me. It's getting ready to get real, dude. Look at that. Got the concrete truck. Concrete pump. That concrete pump is about, I don't know, $1 million, $1.5 million. Just to get them out here for like an hour is like $500 to $1,000 for a couple hours. Boy, it makes it a lot faster and a lot easier on these guys. All right, well, let's go in there and show you how it works. That's fiber mesh concrete. Yeah? See the fiber? That's fiber mesh. So there you have it, guys. Start to finish. Did the walk around of the actual footings. Now you got to see how they actually pour them with the boom truck, with the pump truck actually. Check that thing out. Pretty cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, hit the subscribe button, post a comment, Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, House, Twitter, or LinkedIn. Share it with a friend, or visit our website at www.comeriocorp.com. Or if you want the real thing, check out our available homes page on our website for homes you can actually tour.